Hi again, everyone. Dr. Tom McNamara back here for our course in Prep for College Math, and we are working on subtracting whole numbers. Okay, so just like with addition, this can be done either horizontally or vertically. If we were to do a quick example here, 37 minus 14, of course here we're doing the horizontal method, and as with addition, I would recommend using the horizontal method only when you have fairly small numbers like this. If you're getting into 3-4 digit numbers or larger, the vertical method is just way better. And I kind of do this basically a piece at a time here. So 37 minus 14. So if I do 37, take away 10, I'm at 27. And now I can take away the 4 and get 23. Just to give you some quick lingo here, some vocab. When we were dealing with addition, both of the numbers involved in the process were called addends, and this was called the sum. When we're doing subtraction, the result of a subtraction is called the difference. This guy is called the minuend, the first number in the process, and this thing is called the subtrahend. Don't worry too much about that, but of course when we're dealing with subtraction, order matters, so they have to have different names. When we're dealing with addition, the operation of addition is commutative, so both of the terms had the same name. We could get away with that there, but not here. Okay. So here's a kind of quick thing about wording in subtraction problems. You got to be a little careful. Okay. Let's look at this example. If I were to do a problem where I was asked to subtract 347 from 7,989, for example, this is the way I would do it. And I'll do this one in the vertical method here. When it says subtract 347, the 347 is what I am taking away. In other words, the 347 is the subtrahend. So I'm starting with the 7,989, and I am subtracting 347. Okay, and of course when you're doing this in this vertical method, you go by columns. Of course you want to make sure you line things up on the right. You line up the ones column, the tens column, the thousands, or sorry, the hundreds. This number here, the subtrahend 347, that didn't have anything in the thousands place, so we just leave that blank here. So 9 take away 7 leaves us with 2, 8 take away 4 leaves us with 4, 9 take away 3 is 6, and 7, we're not taking away anything from the thousands place here, so we are left with that. Okay, now when you are dealing with addition problems, you have to work with carrying. When you're working subtraction problems, you have to deal with borrowing. So if we do a quick example of a problem that involves doing some borrowing, we'll see what's going on there. And we saw this when we were working with the chip model in a previous video. But if I were to do something like this, 3,430 minus where is 529. Okay, so working just as before, starting over here in the ones place on top, I have a 0 and I'm supposed to take away 9. Well, I can't take away 9 if I don't have anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cash in one of my tens, so I'll only have 2 tens left, and I will bring 10 over to the ones place. Okay, so now I have 10 here. I can take away 9, leaves me with a 1. 2 take away 2 leaves me with nothing, 0. 4 take away 5, can't do it. So I cash in one of my thousands to get 10 of these. So I have 14 now in the hundreds place, at least temporarily. 14 take away 5, you get 9. So I have 2,901 in my for my when we do a subtraction. Okay, so a couple of quick things. When you're dealing with subtraction, because now we have a couple of operations to deal with, so when you have multiple operations, we've talked about addition, we're talking about subtraction now. We'll throw in, of course, multiplication and division. When you have multiple operations, you have to be a little concerned about the order in which you do them. Okay, now most people remember the order of operations as PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So a lot of people think that additions should be done before subtractions. However, additions and subtractions are actually on the same level. Okay? They are on the same level. So if I were to do a quick example here, like 75 minus 29 plus 8, some folks might think I should do 29 plus 8. That's actually not right. The addition and subtraction here are on the same level. And so are these, multiplication and division. Okay, so in a problem like this, we are going to work this left to right. Okay, so we're going to work this problem left to right. Okay, now, so we're going to do 5 minus 29 here. Let me do a quick little tip. Okay, when I'm doing something like 75 minus 29, here's how I think about this problem. Here's how I do it mentally. It would be a lot easier to take away 30, right? But of course that's taking away too much. So I would throw one back, okay? Take away 30, then throw one back, okay? So if I'm doing this problem up here, 75 minus 29, I'll do 75 minus 30. That's a one-digit subtraction problem. I get 45, plus 1 gives me 46. And now we'll deal with the plus 8 to get 54. Okay? So, a little tip there to help you do subtractions mentally. Okay, of course, whenever you are doing a subtraction problem, you can always check your answer by doing an addition problem. Okay, so subtraction and addition are inverses of each other. So if we were to do something quick like this here, subtract 6,734 minus 356 and check your answer. I'll do this using the vertical method. As I mentioned, horizontal arrangement of the problem is only good when you have small numbers. I would probably say maximum 2-digit numbers. Okay, so once again I've got some borrowing to do here. 4 take away 6, can't do it. Cash in one of those and bring it over here. 14 take away 6, we can do that, and it's 8. 2 take away 5, can't do it. Cash in one of these. So instead of having a 2 here, I have 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 6 minus 3 is 3. And then I've got a 6. So what we're saying is that 6,734 minus 356 is equal to 6,378. Now the way to check this is to do an addition. Okay? So we would start with the difference, 6,378, and we would add the minuend, the subtrahend, 356. Add the 356. We're seeing, do we get back to 6,734? Let's check it out. 8 plus 6 gives me 4. We carry that 1 up here. I have 8 plus 5, which is 13. Okay, carry that 1. That's 1 plus 3 is 4, plus another 3 is 7, and then we've got the 6. So I am getting 6,734. That lets me know my subtraction was correct. Okay. So one more quick thing here. When we are doing word problems with subtraction, okay, which we will do quite a bit more of later. But let's just look at this quick example from our textbook here. I'm looking down here on self-check number 8. I'm on page 32. An average African male elephant weighs 13,000 pounds. An average male Asian elephant weighs 11,900 pounds. How much more does an African elephant weigh than an Asian elephant? Okay, so whenever you see something like this, how much more, we're looking at what's the difference between these two numbers. And difference, of course, is indicating subtraction. Okay, so to answer this problem, what I would do is I would take 13,000 minus 11,900. Okay, 0 take away 0, 0, 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 take away 9, can't do it. Cash in one of these and bring 10 over, so now we have 10 take away 9. We can do that, we're left with 1. 2 take away 1 is 1. And now we have this. So our answer, which we would write out, since it was a word problem, we should write out our answer with a sentence. An African elephant weighs 1,100 pounds more than an Asian elephant. Okay, so just some tips and examples to get us started working on these problems for 1.3. And remember, when you submit your work, I am looking to see steps. Okay, I'm looking to see the steps written out. So I would highly recommend you write your work out by hand, then scan it and upload it to Canvas for grading.